You know what else is awesome? More records on Wall Street every single day. Yesterday, the gains helped by internet stocks like Netflix and Amazon. Bring in Lou Basenese, founder and chief analyst of Disruptive Tech Research. Hey, Lou.
Hey, great to be here again, Lauren.
You know, it seems like this is a pretty controlled rally, no?
Yeah, I think it is. I mean, we've been on here since May, I think, asking when is the tech rally going to end? Is it now? How about now? And we've seen the pullback in June and then more recently in September a little bit. But now we're seeing that these tech stocks get back to rallying, and I think it's justified.
Why?
I mean,
Why is it justified?
Well, I'd say everyone that's predicting the end of the tech rally is ignoring some really key fundamentals. First off, there's about $1 trillion of cash parked overseas. And with tax reform on the table now, that's a lot of fuel for direct organic investment as well as mergers and acquisitions. I think also we're not seeing any IPO insanity. I mean, I've got to give a shout out again to Cheryl here. She predicted the Snap IPO flop. More recently, we saw Roku kind of trading on weakness. That's a good sign. Investors are not bidding up junk tech IPOs, which, you know, at the sign of a top is they're doing that, you know, with reckless abandon, just buying any IPO.
Yeah, and speaking of a more established tech company, Apple, they've had a lot of glitches lately, Lou, particularly with their new products, the new watch, the Series 3, and the iPhone 8. Are you concerned? I know they report earnings November 2nd.
Yeah, look, there's always malcontent surrounding Apple. I think that's always the narrative. What can we pick apart from the world's largest tech company? Where's their weakness? And really, I think these are just blips in the radar, just like we saw with AirPods. If you remember, at that launch, they got delayed. There were some supply issues, but they've been a phenomenal success. I think Apple takes this in stride, too. I don't think this is keeping Tim Cook up at night. He's looking for the long term. He's playing the long ball, and they're planting the seeds for the next device revolution with augmented reality, and I think we're seeing that come into the focus right now with the latest iPhone devices.
I'm glad you brought augmented reality up because it seems like many of the tech companies, and Tracy Carrasco, our reporter, was just telling us about Google's new steps to get more products out. But Google is faulted for, and you can even make this argument with augmented reality, is there really a big, sizable market for this technology?
Look, I would argue that Google was too early, way too early. Like, Google Glass was just a little bit freaky. I mean, the world wasn't ready for it yet. And that's very common for the first iterations of new technology. So I do think the market is big enough to support multiple players. We're seeing that happen as well. In that segment, they talked about these virtual personal assistants and the smart speakers. Every major tech company is coming out with a smart speaker. So I think there's plenty of room for competition here, just like we've seen throughout the tech sector.
Lou Basenese, thank you so much.
Thank you.